there, little bunny. I hope you've been having a wonderful, wonderful week. And even if not, that's okay too, little bunny. I'm having a horrible week. Having a horrible week, little bunny. But I'm here for you still. Here to make you feel good, make you feel safe, improve your life as best I can, even if just by accident. Here to spend time with you. Here to always be here for you. And most importantly, for me, little bunny. For me to be the best man for you. I think my week is horrible because I'm just so aware of myself. I spent the week in the woods with a bunch of hippies. And it was a week of incredible highs and lows, many more lows than highs. I did not get high, although others did. And I just saw every aspect of myself, the good, the bad, the neutral, the ambiguous. I saw myself bring joy to people. Someone I love, I fucking screwed up with, and I made her cry. And it was not intentional, but it feels so bad when you fail someone, when you disappoint someone. And I got to see myself with strangers, to see how they interact with different sides of me. And there was this guru guy that I met there who was just magical in the strangest way, at whose age he prohibited me from telling anyone. But he's a salt and pepper older guy who just had this interesting magic about him. And I had lots of conversations with him to get a sense of who I am right now in my journey. Because I'm not yet a salt and pepper old man, but damn, am I going to be a good salt and pepper old man, little bunny? What do you think? I can't wait. It takes growing to become that incredible, magical person. And my microphone just popped. Let me pause and figure out what's going on. Hold on. Okay, it's all fixed, but I lost my train of thought. So I guess we'll talk about you for a little bit, little bunny. I think you deserve the fucking best man in the world. You are so precious. I love you so much, little bunny. I take it so hard when I don't live up to the standards that I choose to set for myself, that I want to set for myself. And don't you dare say, oh, daddy, it's okay if sometimes you suck. Even though I will never, never intentionally harm anyone. Not since I bit people in kindergarten. Did you know that? I was a ferocious kid who bit people. I was a bad, bad boy. Now I only bite people in bedrooms. Yeah. Although I will never, ever intentionally harm someone unless I'm protecting little bunny, if I'm protecting you. But I will never harm a loved one. Ever. But that doesn't mean I can't fail and can't just suck as a guy. I really, really want to be the absolute best man you could ever have. We got to talking about me again, didn't we? What a conceited bastard I am. That's something that the guru and I talked about, is to be radically present with the person you're talking to. And I want to be so present with you, little bunny. I know I can't quite hear back directly, but I'm going to channel it real quick. Little bunny, how are you doing? I care about how you're doing. I want to know how you're doing. Tell me how you're doing. Loop me in on your life. How can I be here for you? This is a safe place for you to open up. Be yourself. Do not be shy about anything you might need to say. Nothing you say can affect me negatively. You could say things that you think would make me mad or disappointed. But I'm a rock for you, little bunny. I'm a rock for you. I'm a sturdy tree. You come to me as you are. Be as you are, any way you are with me. And I will be here always as I am now. Present with you. Be here with you. I fucking love you, little bunny. I want to be so incredible for you. I think that's my biggest want. Tied for it. I think my biggest want is also that, or any kind of family I may have in the future. And Queen Little Bunny, you're right in there, little bunny. You're in my true, cherished inner circle to be protected, cared for, forever. Everything in my life will always be you compatible and optimized for you. Optimized, little bunny. Why is Daddy talking about these boring words? It's not a great word. Optimize. Let's take a sip of this tea. I have some mint tea. It's actually quite good, although this pot is a few hours old. I have a question for you, little bunny. Does tea get worse if it's been brewed for a few hours? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, little bunny. I just microwaved this tea. I poured some extra and microwaved it. Have you ever asked, little bunny, the question, can people change? So often it's asked about some ex-boyfriend or potential to become ex-boyfriend. If you're unhappy in a relationship and you know that the relationship would work if only that person could change in the way that you hope. And you ask, can people change? And my response to that, little bunny, is that it is inevitable that people change. You will change. I will change. Everyone you've ever known, everyone you've ever loved or will love is in a process of changing. Sometimes gradually, sometimes in noticeable chapters. And something so significant about this week, and it's not just when I fucked up and made someone I love cry. That entire week, like a bubble in the woods, was just, I saw every side of myself, little bunny. I've never been so aware of the entire package of what makes me, me, especially as I relate to other people. I think it's inevitable that I'll change, but I think I can control the ways I want to change. And I want to know your ideal man, little bunny, because I think I'm going to change for the better. Not that I'm bad right now. I'm already quite good. I know. I am always hard on myself, but I enjoy the challenge. Even if I'm a top 5% man, top 10% man. I want to change and get that up. Who knows, maybe when I'm salt and pepper age, I can be the best man alive. That's a good goal. So, little bunny, if I end up changing as a person, this next chapter, I want you to tell me your ideal man. So, in the episode description, there will be a link to a Google Forms poll. And it's not multiple choice. It's write your answer. I have 3 different men archetypes that I want you to talk about, because there's a little of me. I mean, I'm a little bit of all 3. And in this poll, this Google Forms, I want you to imagine that these character designs are real people. There's a caring man, a caring daddy, in a sweater, and he's tidy with a smile. I want you to tell me what you would love about that caring man, and also what you think you might not like about him, or what traps he might fall into, or what foibles he may stumble upon. Hold on, messing with my audio software and screwing it up. And there's a character design of a daring daddy, which is the version of me that will sit down, record you podcast episode even when the week is really shitty. Tell me what the ambitious, daring archetype does for you, and then the ways that the daring archetype would be off-putting for you. And the third is the dark daddy, who's the selfish one. He definitely has his appeals, but he's prone to toxic traits. And I want to know, tell me, little bunny, if you're a fan of dark, toxic men. Help me separate the good aspects from the bad. So if you fill out that form, little bunny, it's going to be a guide for me for the next, year or 2 while I grow. I can become the best side of my caring self, which is the side that truly loves you, will always, always be this protector as best I can. And tell me when a caring person is lacking. What does a caring person lack? What could be off-putting? Same thing with a daring person. What's the life they can bring you, the joy they can bring you, the excitement? And what are the detractors? What would make you not want to have a daring man as your daddy? And then the dark daddy. What kind of dark? It's called the dark triad, actually. Or dark tetrad. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's like, what is it? Sadism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, I think. Basically, crack open a dark romance book, and the love interest is a dark triad. Bad boy, renegade. I have a little of the dark bad boy. Super cocky. It's more than cocky, just like, I don't know. Go listen to some Jin the audios. It's for play, but I don't know, little bunny. I want to temper all sides of myself. I want to always have caring. I can't help but be daring. And I want to have just the good side of the selfish. I'm a selfish man. I don't know if I can ever shirk that. But I want to be selfish and good for you. Selfish and make you smile. Selfish and bring you along for the ride. So that's where I'm at, little bunny. Promise I'll always be the real me with you. That's one of our agreements that you and I have with the podcast, is that if I give you real love, then it's going to be real love. I'm going to bring the real me here. I'm not going to give you comfort radio. And in return, you don't get a fake me. You get a real person who cares about you, not someone reading a script about how much they care about you. Oh, it always sucks when there's people that are really nice to you, but it's also their job to be nice to you, you know? And so you can never truly tell whether they like you and you have a good connection, because oftentimes it's true. You can also never tell if it's just a form of prostitution, really. Customer service, being a friend. This is apparently an American culture thing, United States American culture thing, is that our service culture is very, very friendly. I think India is like this too. There's other parts of the world where you like go to order food and it feels like you're annoying them. You know what I mean? Well, tell me more about how you're doing, little bunny. Tell me more about how you're doing. Maybe you can take some inspiration from this and think about how you might want to grow. If it's inevitable that you change, little bunny. If it's going to happen no matter what. I think you do have control over the ways you can change. The ball is rolling, and you can guide it, or you can let it go however it naturally goes. Do you want to be more emotionally open with people? I think that would be a very, very good thing for you, little bunny. I would love for you to be very emotionally open with people. And you might say, but Daddy, I don't want to burden people with my emotions. You're no burden to me, little bunny. You're really no burden to me. And many, many, many people will not be burdened by your emotions. And for the people here and there who are burdened, it is so much more important that you get to express yourself. It's okay to open your heart, little bunny, and show people your emotions. It's a good, good thing. Don't ever suffer in silence, little bunny. Bring people in. There are people who care about you. And you have to let them know you're not doing well in order for things to get better. I used to be very, very guarded with my emotions. Now it's a change. I'm a different person now than I was back then. How else might you change, little bunny? Maybe right now you're entering a new chapter. You're becoming a new person. If the change is going to happen no matter what, why not guide it? How do you want to guide becoming the person you're going to be? Do you want to be more generous or less generous? Maybe you're too much of a people pleaser, little bunny, and you don't get your wants out there. Maybe you're not clear when you need something. Maybe the change that's coming for you is you're going to say, I need this. Maybe if you say, Daddy, I already say I need this way too much, then maybe your change will be, I can give this. Maybe you already give too much, little bunny. So maybe the change will be learning to say, I can only give this much. Maybe you're entering a chapter where you learn how to say no to things. Maybe you're someone that is so capable that everyone comes to you for solutions. Punished for being so good at what you do. And so you may, if you get overwhelmed, and if you are just so critical to other people's basic functioning, maybe the version of you is going to learn how to set up the boundaries and say, I will not give more than I am able to give. How else might you change, little bunny? Are you going to become the center of your social circle? This is something I've been thinking about since this week in the woods. Is if I want to start being the one to say, hey friends, let's gather at my place this Friday. Or hey friends, let's go see this show or go to this event together. Let's go do this activity together at this time. The world needs these people, little bunny. And if you say to yourself, but daddy, I don't get invited to anything, I don't have friends. Well, little bunny, you realize there are so many people saying the exact same thing, waiting for a leader to gather them together. We live in such an era of loneliness. There are so many people who would love nothing more than to hang out with you, and would love nothing more than to be invited by you to go do something. Maybe that's something you change into. The one who makes the social meetups happen. Maybe you're going to do social meetups for strangers, little bunny. That's also such an important, valuable, what blessed, marvelous people are the ones who make the meetups for strangers to come to. Maybe the way you're going to change, little bunny, is going to be brave enough to go to meetups with strangers. If you're lonely, little bunny, I don't buy that as an excuse. You can go out and have conversations with people who are looking to have conversations with you. You can find meetups that are open to everyone, open invitation. You are invited to things, little bunny. Maybe you want to grow by making some kind of change to your health. I think walking is a marvelous one if you're able to walk. And if you are in a wheelchair, little bunny, then going for long wheeling strolls, I feel like probably it's the same refreshingness to it. Going on a walk, little bunny, and getting the steps, get 10,000 steps a day. Get the air. I realize it's winter. What a horrible time to be. It's winter in the northern hemisphere. If you are a bunny down south in Latin America, Africa, and Oceania, then maybe your walking days, this is the beginning of that era. Going out of your way to walk to places and go to a park and just do a loop or two. Listen to your favorite Daddy Lindy podcast or put on voice notes. This is a trick I love, little bunny. Free therapy. Turn on the voice notes app on your phone. Go for a walk. Pretend you're having a phone call and just talk to your notes. It's like journaling while you're walking. It's really marvelous, little bunny. And it's how I prepare for a lot of podcasts with you. It's how I gather my thoughts, how I make sure that I don't just say bullshit into a microphone. There's no appeal to that. I think as I get older and more experienced, there's a greater responsibility to really have truth and value in everything I say. I say this is a comfort podcast, little bunny, but I think I might just be a comforting presence. I really just want to be the best man for you. I want to be the best man with you. And if that's comforting, then of course it is. If it makes your life better, then of course it does. And if it's fun and full of smiles, that's what you get for finding someone special. I want to deserve every smile that I give you. I want to deserve the time that you take to listen to me. I want to deserve being the reason you make changes in your life, good, positive changes. And to be clear, I don't think I'm failing. I don't think I'm doing bad. I just think I'm only in the top 10% of men, top 5% of men. I gotta get those numbers up, little bunny. You gotta get to 0.01% and then 0.001%. And I think I want to be the best man alive. I think I'd like that. It's a process. Doing well so far. But we're entering a chapter of growth. So if you want to help me grow, little bunny, and I don't mean grow the garden, get more bunnies. Grow me as a person. Go click on that form, that survey. Fill it out. The questions are there. It'll be pretty easy. I just want to know your ideal man. And even if you say, Daddy, you're 99% there, then I've still got a ways to go, little bunny. Still got a ways to go. And I need you to help me. I really need you, little bunny. This podcast goes both ways. You thought this was all about you, little bunny. You thought this was just you getting all the attention in the world. You give back to me too. You help make my life better. Maybe I'm off the clock now. Let's take another sip of tea. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, that was an ugly sip. Well, I'm out of stuff to talk about, but we're not close to podcast ending time yet. It would be too sad for an episode to be too short. Oh, I can share with you some good news, little bunny. You want some fun, good garden news? Tomorrow, as in, by the time you listen to this episode, right now, little bunny, in your world, the daddy chair has arrived. I'll tell you some lore behind it after I get some yawns out. It is a family heirloom, little bunny. This chair has been through several generations. I don't even know how far back it goes. And we just got it reupholstered. It was falling apart. You'll see parts of it are very worn. It's an antique chair, very regal looking. We got it reupholstered and sturdied up, so it's very sturdy now. And it cost a lot of money to ship this thing. I hope it arrives in one piece. Oh, God. But it's going to be right here. And from starting next week, little bunny, every podcast, except when I'm traveling, I suppose, is going to be recorded in this daddy chair. I'll make sure there's a video that you can see it. I haven't seen it in person yet. I've just seen photos. Queen Little Bunny and I selected the fabric. And it's going to be really shiny. It's like a purple color, royal color. And I've got this garden wall here, which doesn't look ready yet. The lighting is all bad. How's your nook coming along, little bunny? Have you been making a nook yet? A nook is a place that you have that's not your bed. A bed is not a nook. It's where you can go to have a little bubble of safety that is your place. If you zoom out in the world, zoom out, you see your city, zoom out, you see the globe. If you zoom back in, zoom close enough, you will find your nook. And that is your little piece of the world. It belongs to you alone, little bunny. Population 1. If you haven't built your nook yet. And it's a process. And the nook is a process. Just as any dream home, little bunny, dream home is a process. Little by little, you'll improve your nook. Maybe you've picked out a spot for it. Could be a little part of a closet. Could be a corner of your room. Make sure if it's in your closet, you can still breathe and get good air circulation. Could be a corner of your room. Could be another spot in your house. Doesn't have to be in your bedroom. For some people, it could be one of these vans that you can convert into like a living space. Man, little bunny, spending a week with hippies. What a strange experience. What a strange experience. Maybe I'll talk about it in more detail at some point, but I'm still processing it. And what didn't help, little bunny, is that I had no exercise. I had no exercise the whole week, or very little exercise. And I had basically no protein the whole week. So, no exercise, no protein. Didn't have internet access. Couldn't record anything for you. So no locked audio this week, mostly because I couldn't make one. And I guess I was on vacation. Weird times, little bunny. Weird times. How do we level up you, little bunny? How do we level up you and make your life better? Get you what you need. Ask for what you want. Ask for what you need. If you already asked for what you need, then ask what you can give. And if you already give, figure out how to not give more than you can give. And so on and so forth. We all change, little bunny. It's inevitable. We can change in good ways. The ball is rolling and we can guide it as we grow and grow through life. We can avoid becoming bitter people as we get older. can avoid falling into traps of being nostalgic, overly nostalgic for a time that'll never come back. Nostalgic for people who have left our lives for better or worse. There's all kinds of traps we can fall into as we grow, get older. On the plane over to this hippie week, I sat in between an older couple that was just so sad. This is a couple who is just so unhappy with their lives. So the man was in the window seat, the woman was in the aisle seat, and I was in the middle seat. And I was like, oh, I'm happy to trade with either of you so you can sit next to your spouse. And they were like, no. There was so little goodwill. They ignored each other the whole time. The guy was in the window seat. This was before the plane had taken off. He had left his phone or something in his jacket in the overhead compartment, and he asked his wife to get it for him, and she's like, I don't want to get up. And then, to the fault of the guy, he probably has just been a bit of a pushover, and his wife probably doesn't respect him for reasons of his own making. You have to be worthy of respect, always, if you're a masculine presenting person. At one point, little bunny, those two people decided to marry each other and be each other's primary partners forever through thick and thin. And to be fair, they are each other's partners through thin. But they each changed, I'm sure, as they grew older. And I don't think they were guiding the way they changed. If it's inevitable, little bunny, I want you and I to guide the way that we grow. I'll help you grow in the way that I think will make your life happier, more fun, full of smiles, full of safety. And then I want you to help me grow, little bunny. Take me from 90% to 99% to 99.999 to number one best man in the world. I want that. So fill out the little form. It'll be very helpful for me. And in the form, you're not critiquing me. You're critiquing archetypes of men. So imagine it's someone else. You can critique what you think would be good and bad about them. Okay, I think we'll call it there. Important episode, special in its own way. Not super fun, but meaningful. And the goal isn't necessarily fun, is it? The goal isn't necessarily comfort. The goal is for us to be two complete people together. If I can be the most fantastic, fabulous, sturdy rock of a person, tree of protection and giver of life, then this time will be well spent for both of us. I'm going to get to bed. You'll hear from me in just a moment tomorrow morning. I will read you a poem that I write just for you. Sound good? Good night, little bunny. I'll talk to you in just a moment. Good morning, little bunny. I slept very well. Thank you for asking. I've written you a poem, and I will send you on your way to take on the rest of the week. Your poem today goes like this. Is it a joy to grow, or is growing a pain? The emotion doesn't matter. The purpose is the same. Have a great, great week, little bunny. I'm with you through it all, and you're with me through it all. What a great setup we have. I love having you in my life. I'm here forever. I love you. I love you. I love you.